Have you ever wondered if you are psychic? Well, the answer is yes, you are. We all are. The key is understanding and developing the gifts that you already have. We all know about the physical senses of sight, smell, hearing, taste, and touch. These are how we process information about the material world we live in. And these senses are also used to process the spiritual world. These senses are called the clairs. These are clairvoyance, which is seeing, clairaudience, hearing, clairsentience, feeling, claircognizance is knowing, and clairgustance and clairalience, which are taste and smell. You use the clairs to connect to your intuition. They are like your compass, how you navigate through life, communicate with your guides and higher self, and also how you find the truth beneath the surface. You might find some of your psychic senses are stronger than others. We are all different, and we express our psychic gifts differently. Some people are highly tuned in from childhood, but for others, you might really not tap into your gifts until later in life. Today on The Light Alignment, we are going to explore the clairs, how they show up in your life, how to develop them. So let's break it down. First up, clairvoyance. This means clear sight or vision. This is the ability to see energy or images through your third eye or in your mind. This is one of your gifts if you're a very visual person. If you see images easily in meditation or in dreams, if you get flashes of an image or symbols in your mind, especially if you're trying to make a decision or asking your guides for guidance. If you do any tarot cards or any kind of readings, you may find you get the information as symbols or pictures in your mind. Now, one way to develop your clairvoyance is to close your eyes and imagine a large cinema screen in front of you. Ask your guides to show you a message that you need right now, and then just see what comes. Don't force it. Don't judge it. Whatever it is you do see, and it might just be colours or just a simple symbol, that's okay. Like every psychic skill, it's all about practice, 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 and about trusting yourself. Your spirit guide will use signs and images that you understand. So they'll reference old TV shows you've watched, maybe a place that you've been or you used to live, an object that has meaning to you. Sometimes they also use more common symbols like a stop sign or a green light to get their point across. The first question is, when you see a sign, is what does this mean to me? What does it represent? If you really can't connect with it and you're just not sure, Google it, but ask for the dream meaning of the image or the object so you get a more symbolic interpretation. You might feel like, okay, that's nice, but how do I know if this is just my imagination? Well, your imagination is where you intentionally create an image. You can change it, you can manipulate it, and it disappears quickly. Clairvoyance is when you receive an image. It remains the same when you think about it later, and it has a meaning or significance to you that you understand in that moment, or that becomes clear in the days after. It may take time for you to see the difference, but honestly, it's all about trust. If you receive an image which really helps you understand an issue that you've been stressing about, or it shows you a way to find healing or clarity, then trust it. If it's based in love and it moves you forward, trust it. If you receive images that are based in fear, that hold you back, limit you, or make you feel bad about yourself, then that's your ego. That is your imagination. Crystals you can use to strengthen your clairvoyance are amethyst. That's a great psychic stone. Lapis lazuli is excellent for inner vision and for seeing the truth. And azurite activates your intuitive sight. You can also work on clearing your third eye of any blockages that are slowing down your clairvoyant gifts. The last thing I would say is, if you're really struggling to develop your clairvoyance, look at your own religious beliefs or cultural background to see if you are blocking your spiritual gifts because of fear. Next up, let's talk about clairaudience. Now, this is hearing guidance as words or phrases. Maybe you might hear a voice calling your name at night, or hear a suggestion or a direction in your mind. You might also get songs stuck in your head, and you'll find the message is usually in the lyrics. You might also be sensitive to tones or sounds. Sometimes I hear a ringing in my ears, or like a constant buzzing or tone. I take it as communication or as a download of information from my spirit guides, and I just receive it. I'm just open. Even though I don't understand the message in that moment, I just receive it. And I trust that over the coming days and weeks, it will be unpacked and understood by my soul. The difference between hearing guidance and your own ego talking is usually how it feels. Is it your own thoughts on a loop telling you what you can't do, what you can't have, what you can't achieve? Or are the messages helping you to move forward? Are they based in love, healing, and support? You need to pay attention to the differences. Clairaudience is linked to the throat chakra, so you can use meditations and crystals to open it right up. Try celestite or aquamarine to open up communication, or blue kyanite to clear away that mental static so that you can hear your guidance clearly. Next up, Clairsentience. This means clear feeling, and actually it's one that we all use all the time. If this spiritual gift is strong, you might also be an empath or highly sensitive to the emotions or even the physical pain of others. If you've walked into a room and felt the energy, or you feel in your gut that you shouldn't do something, even if your mind is saying yes, then you are using your clairsentience. Your body is literally giving you the answers. The downside to this is that it can get really easy for you to be overwhelmed by other people's emotions. In fact, you're probably bringing home everyone else's energy after you've been out in the world. So regular clearing and strong emotional boundaries are very important for you. The best way to practice your clairsentience is to be grounded in your body, to know how you feel. Then you can pay attention to how that changes when you're around certain people or certain situations. If you are making a decision, get into your body. Do you feel calm and happy? Or do you feel heavy and anxious? Do you literally feel sick at the thought of taking a particular action? Crystals that you can use to support your clairsentience are rose quartz. This stops you going into emotional overload. Moonstone. This helps your emotional balance and intuition. And black tourmaline and hematite are really, really good for grounding and protection. Next up, Claircognizance. This is clear knowing. This is when you just know the answer without logic or ego or really even thinking about it. It's when you just know, and you can't explain how you know. But it just feels calm, it feels right, and you're sure of it. Sometimes your guides will literally give you the answers as a thought, as a moment of mental clarity, or as different perspective, something that you really desperately need. The only real way to tell the difference between a thought and claircognizance is how it makes you feel. And if the knowing turns out to be right, then you're going to start to build up a trust and an understanding of the difference as you move forward. Crystals that you can use to open up this gift are linked to the crown chakra, which is your connection to source. So I would try clear quartz for connection. Sugar light for higher knowing is really good. Or ametrine for balance. Next up, Clairgustance, which means clear taste, and Clairaudience, which means clear smell. This is when you literally taste or smell something that isn't physically there. Your spirit guides will use these senses to provoke a memory of a person or a time in your life. Maybe you smell your friend's favourite perfume or their favourite flower. Maybe you smell tobacco smoke, and that reminds you of a loved one who has passed on. Maybe you can taste a particular food that you associate with your family or with a place. The message in that might be that the person is thinking of you, or it might be spirit showing you memory as a clue to the message they're trying to give. You can also experience these senses in your meditations or in your dreams. And again, the message is just the connection that you have to that taste or to that smell. The best crystals to try are carnelian, this is for sensory awareness. Amber, that's for connecting smells to memory and emotion. Or you could try jade, that's for intuition. So that's the different types of clairs that you're dealing with. But the best way to develop any of your psychic senses, there's a whole bunch of things that you should be doing. There's meditation, journaling, grounding your energy and spiritual protection. You need to set good boundaries, and most of all, you need to trust. Trust yourself, trust your instincts, trust your guides. If the information or messages that you're receiving just don't feel right or just don't resonate as true for you, then don't take it on. Whatever you do though, don't force it. You will actually block the messages that are coming in by trying to force them. So if that does happen to you, then I want you to take a step back, get back into a neutral, calm space, and then try again, but without expectation, without judgment. Thank you so much for being a part of the Light Alignment. I'm Jeanette. I hope this video has really helped you, and I hope it's made it clearer what psychic gifts that you have. Please like and subscribe. Take care of yourself, and I will see you next time.